Good day everybody, welcome back to the second stage of this painting. If you haven't seen it, go back one video and you will see it there, unless I post something in the meantime, which is likely to happen with me. So what I've got here is just kind of blobs of these little flowers or lollipops or balloons, whatever you want to do, that I'm going to create like an abstract piece out of. And there's a lot of bits that are raised, and I'll bring it over closer so that you can kind of see those raised bits. And that's because the resin was really thick at that point, because I've been working with it for about an hour and a half, a couple of hours maybe even. All I know is I blinked twice when I was done and it was set. It was already kind of hardened. I tried to put this glitter on it. But I do have some parts here which I wanted to create this into, well, I wanted it to look like a bit of a stem, and I could go around with paint and shade that and camouflage it so you don't see it. But what I'm doing actually is, because the resin is still pretty soft, it's only been 24 hours, and you can even heat it up a little bit, and that will work for a few minutes. It'll just allow me to cut through nice and easy. Look at that. Look at that. Nice and easy. Bang. And then I can go from the bottom. I've already done this part here, so I might as well just lift that whole thing. And don't worry, I know it's lifting the whole paint and everything underneath it. That's easily fixed. But you know, I just want to make it a nice clean cut if possible. But if you wanted to do this, like if I tried to do this tomorrow, it would be very difficult to do, because resin would have had 48 hours to completely set, and it would be hard as a rock. And if I try to lift it, it will lift that timber up as well with it. So that's definitely not what I want to do. So I'm doing it now. Just showing you another way that you can work with resin. Heat it up. Doesn't need a lot of heat. I can use this other one, which probably will be easier because I've got a flat bottom, and I can just cut this straight through. Well, maybe not that easy, but okay, here we go. Making a funny sound, and then that will just pop, and there you go. So now, got my little tools here, and that's just to kind of smooth that edge a little bit. Bit loud. And then clean it up. That little bit there, we're going to fix up with a bit of paint, and then see what I do next. I've got some really cool effects here. I will bring this closer to you just to show you this little flower. Oh god, it's a bit hard to bring it all the way up there, but this one here, isn't it gorgeous? I love that one. This one has some really interesting things in there as well, and you can see that dip. Where am I? Right here. And that's because I used my thumb, or my finger rather, and pressed it in while it was still a little bit soft. I put my finger in a bit of alcohol and just pressed it in there so I don't get the resin sticking to my finger. Of course, wash my hands straight after. So that's it. Next step. Okay, so continuing on, what I'm doing here is just putting blobs of, or pooling rather, some clear resin over those balloon lollipop look-alike things there. At that stage I still wasn't sure what this painting is going to turn out to be in the end of it, but I'm just going with it. So just did a couple of puddles on that flower. At that stage it was still a flower, so just trying to recreate something really, just some parts of it I liked, some I didn't. Same with this one here. Well, realistically, you can never recreate the same thing, but that bottom flower there that I have, or a balloon, whatever you want to look at it like, it's just really cool looking, and I tried to get that in one of these other ones, but it didn't work out. So surprise, surprise, you can never get the same effect, which is a shame, but what can you do? Just there you can see my head popping in and out. That's just me blowing onto that puddle pour there, because I didn't want a lot of movement. I just wanted a little blow, and because underneath that is resin, so I'm pouring over resin, and the background, half of it, the top half is resin over acrylic background, and the bottom part, the greenish part, is just acrylic paint still. So every now and then I'll go around and wipe some of the wet resin with my glove. I just wipe it off because some of the areas I wanted to keep them there. And just applying a little drips and drops of alcohol onto that resin. And I got that idea from Kathy Lane. She does these amazing effects with alcohol. Or actually, she uses Resi Blast. I just use alcohol, and you know, it gives you a different effect, but it still gives you an effect. And now that's all dried up, you can see that round spot on top of that flower looking thing. That's just the resin, which is elevated and it sort of sticks outwards, which is kind of cool. And I'm just going around and adding some gold acrylic paint. This is quite a thick paint, and I'm using it thick like that, and just going back and forth really, and just adding a bit of shading here and there. And then I realized, well, if these are balloons and they're up in the air, you don't really see a shadow. So, but it still added a little something to the whole design, so it was okay. And just applying some gold paint all around that balloon there. Just wanted to lift the top one and just create like two balloons, one inside the other or one in front of the other, and doing the same thing with the other ones. So now, something different, just some PVA glue mixed with a little bit of water and a paper towel, and just paper mache, good old paper mache. So just wanted to have a little bit of texture, and also to hide that, well, I could have painted over it, but I just decided to go with this, give it some extra, like a lift. And then I'm going to go around and paint it with some red paint, and just shaping it here and there with that pointy stick, which you can see there on the right. And I used a spoon just to push some of it away from the balloon on the left there, and just with the pointy stick, just moving it around and arranging it the way I want it. And now working on this little fella down here, which looks kind of cute, just adding a little bit of red just to liven it up a little bit. And I could have put a lot more work onto it, but I didn't. And then doing some more to that top one, as you can see there, fixing it up a little bit, wiping and going over it again. Okay, welcome back. I just did a piece and just checking to make sure that that paper mache there is nice and dry, and it is. So just cleaning up a little bit of this resin. So I've got some clear resin left, Ooh, and it feels warm. So what I want to do is I just want to cover some of the areas, and some of the areas I want to leave them uncovered. I don't want resin on them. So here we go. This one, this little balloon is going to get some resin, and hopefully will spread out a bit. It's already setting, so I hope I don't ruin this, because that will be pretty bad. Might turn off my air conditioner, because I think it's affecting this now. Yeah, it's quite gooey at the moment. Look at that. Wow. That is crazy. You can see the smoke and the gooiness coming off of it. Ooh, I didn't expect that. This is going to be very interesting. I don't know if you can see that. Is this videoing? Yep. Look how gooey that is. Crazy, crazy gooey. Don't think I want to... Wow, okay. Yeah, that is too gooey to work with now. See if I can melt it down a bit. Yep, it's working. Not. It's moving a little bit. Just let it naturally fall down. Wow, this is absolutely crazy. Where's my clear? Wow, look at that. That is crazy. What can I do with this? This is exciting. Absolutely exciting. I'm happy with that. I don't care if it stays like that. Lovely gooiness. Look at that. Highly toxic, I know. All those stringy bits coming off. Oh, look at that. Now that part there, look at that. I might plonk it down here, give it texture. It's a shame that it's not coloured. I suppose I'm just going to have to deal with it. Very gooey. But it's going to give me amazing texture here. Scoop up as much as I possibly can. Look at that. See that? Put it over here on my heels. cup. Even it's not even coming off the cup anymore. Well, that's pretty exciting. You tried to beat me, but it didn't work, did it? Alright, that's the end of that one. That is never going to work again. Put it in there, in the bin, stuck to my finger. So, really need to heat it up some more. Wow, that's really crazy because it gives it this really like an iridescent kind of, it's not fully, wow, look at that. I'm trying to flatten it down a bit. It ain't working. This is highly toxic. If you're doing this, wear a respirator. I can really taste this in my mouth. So we'll stop in a second. Oh, look at that. It's all shriveled up. I have to do the same with all of them now. That's hard now. Wow. This is so amazing. I'm going to leave it now and get out of here before I pass out. See what I do for art? So how cool was that? That was very, very interesting and exciting. And I get excited about things like that. You know, it just means something new. And I do apologize about this, the view that you're getting right now. It's only going to be like this for a few minutes. I don't know what happened there. There's nothing wrong with your eyes. I actually thought it was something wrong with my glasses when I tried to edit it. And then when I compared it to the other video, I could see that, no, there's nothing wrong with my glasses. I'm fine. It's just something happened. Don't know what. I have no explanation. Anyway, just really quickly showing you here that I'm adding a few more balloons. I've decided it is going to be a balloon kind of happy day painting. And you can see my phone there on the left bottom corner. I was actually talking to a internet provider while I was painting this. So, well, actually not talking, just waiting, you know, because they put you on hold and you have to wait and wait and wait. And what do? You have to do what you got to do. So I just painted. So yeah, decided that it is going to be balloons. I quite like it. I love the texture of this painting. I love the different techniques and different methods and textures and everything that I've got in there. A lot of it was definitely inspired by Kathy Elaine. She's an amazing artist, and I love her. And if you, there goes that, there it goes again. I don't know. I have no idea what I did here and why this is zoomed in now. Something's playing tricks on me. So I'm just applying resin all over the piece now. Unfortunately, you're just seeing that one little flowery looking balloon right there. Oh, here we go. So that's the finished piece now, and that's the close-ups. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed creating this. Look at that texture. That's just that thick resin applied on there, the gooey stuff. And yeah, give me a comment and let me know what you think about this piece. Bye for now.